exciting to see all of you here. Welcome to my first ever artistry class and beauty talk with Fenty Beauty. Before we get any further though, I would love to introduce to you guys my two pros who are going to be helping me out today. Priscilla Ono, my boy Hector Espinal. So today's going to be fun. Feel free to ask questions about, of course, what we're doing. No sneak questions. And just remember, it's my first time, so don't be too hard on me, okay? All right, let's get started. First, I'd like to bring some models out so we can start doing some makeup. Would you like to see that? Let's do it.
Yes.
Yes. We're gonna start off with the Fenty face. The first step, Hector.
We're gonna start off with a soft matte base using our Pro Filter primer.
Have you guys used this before? Isn't it amazing?
You like it? Thank you. Well, when I was making it, I really wanted it to be something that just felt really feminine, and I wanted it to be a pinky nude that just had this really nice smell, and I wanted it to also feel supple, something that felt comfortable to the skin. And it works on every complexion, as you can see. How does that feel, Halima?
Delicious.
Ooh, I like that.
How long should I wait after I use the primer to apply the foundation?
I like to wait until a product just like sets into the skin a bit. The primer and the foundation though, there's no rule with that because they actually marry really well together. So they're made to even mix. If you want to like sheer your foundation out even more, just drop a pump of primer in there. You do that. This is perfect. Yeah, or like when you're going to the beach, or you know, like when your boyfriend's coming over, you don't want to know that you're wearing makeup, but it's there. That. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next step, which is our lovely, delicious Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation. So have you guys tried the Pro Filter foundation before? Yeah. Now, when I was making this formula, I mean, I have a really big pet peeve about getting greasy. Who has a pet peeve about being, especially in pictures, right? You go to a red carpet and 5,000 pictures later, you're like, what happened? So I made this foundation just for that. For when you get hot, for when I'm on stage performing, for when I'm just all day out and I don't have time to reapply. You want something that makes you look like your makeup was just done 5 minutes ago, always. It comes in a range of colors, as I'm sure you've heard. 40 shades we started with. And so there's a color for everyone in here. The first woman I've seen put on makeup was my mom, and she's darker than I am. So to think that I would make a line that wouldn't include even her, I couldn't do it. She was the first image of beauty that I've known, you know? So it was a no-brainer for me, but it's a shame it took this long for everyone, but I hope that everyone can expand and wake up.
I'm using 180.
180. And Halima, what's Halima's number?
390.
390. Look at how matte this is. It already looks like she's powdered, and there's nothing but foundation on her skin.
But it still looks like skin. It doesn't look over powdery, which I love.
Because I don't like makeup to look like makeup on top of skin. I just like it to look like perfect skin. Talk about the brush, Priscilla. I call it a little paw.
This brush is so epic. I use this for foundation. I use it to prep the skin. I use it for blush sometimes. It's literally the perfect brush, I think, because of its density. It just blends the foundation in seamlessly and quickly. Like,
I'm always on the way out the door, so you just want something that you can dip in that and dip in that and use in different parts of your face and in different areas and on different products for different finishes. This is one of those brushes.
What I'm using now is the sponge. There's many things that I love about this sponge. For me, I never want to put a sponge down that just rolls off. Two, the shape is so good because with the flat side, you really can capture a big area, and the cut is so unique because it really allows you to go around the nose area, around the lip area, especially like if you're retouching throughout the day. It doesn't disturb what you already have done. Using a sponge dam, what it really does is mimics the skin's texture, so allowing the foundation to really look and feel like skin.
This right here, I usually like to use that corner for like really, really tight under the eye. This is really good for powder, the flat side. It's also really good for applying foundation, but I like to do this side as well when it comes to foundation. I like to keep it rolling around so you could just put it on really heavy and just blend it out. Huh? That's why it's cut, yeah. I wasn't trying to save money. There's actually a method to the madness. All right, the next step, one of my favorite little products. Matchsticks, who said it? Yes, you're right. The packaging is one of my favorite things about this product. You could dump all of this into one bag. It's not moving anywhere. It's not getting uncovered. It's all slammed together and perfect. What color are you gonna use right now?
I'm going to use the color Espresso. Espresso is my ultimate favorite shade. Like, I just want you to know that. It's like I use it as an eyeshadow, lips, contour. Such a universal color. It looks great on all skin tones. I like to do contour first because it allows me to really just shape the face.
Show them what you're working with, girl.
Right.
Give 'em that
These
jawline.
cheekbones, right?
I'm gonna start with concealer first. We like to warm it up on the back of our hand to kind of warm it up and activate it. A lot of people, when they first go into their matchsticks, they notice that they might be a little bit dry, but that's what they're supposed to be like. Because they do have more of that soft matte finish. So a little trick to get it creamy, just activate it by warming it up on the back of your hand. And then you're going to see, boom, color payoff. So rich, but then when it dries down, it just like locks into the foundation and it lasts all day and it won't budge. So I'm going into contour next. So I'm going to mix a couple. I'm going to mix a little bit of amber and a little bit of suede to kind of get the cool, but
Tell
to get
them
some
about
more.
amber, because amber is people look at this and they get a little scared, right? It looks gray. Right? You're a pro. Because you're asking all the right questions. You're not scared of amber. Thank you. All right, so Priscilla's going to show you guys how to use amber because it's not that scary.
It's like the perfect cool tone contour for fair skin. A lot of the times I feel like fair skin also gets overlooked and contours can sometimes be too orangey or be too gold. But Rihanna made the perfect undertone and the perfect tone for contour. So since Vita's in the 100s, but she's in the later 100s, so she's fair skin, but just a little bit of color. So I'm actually just going to mix in a tiny bit of warmth to it. But it's literally the perfect contour. If you just want that sucked in chisel cheek.
Show them the jawline. Like, get into that over there. You want to see that goodness.
It just gives you that perfect shadow. For my skin tone, I'm 270. Woo. And suede is like my perfect color. It's not too warm and it's not too cool. It's like the perfect tone.
For me, I like to do conceal last, just because I feel like it's one of the things that wears off the quickest. So what I'm doing here is using the color Wheat, and I'm using my all-over blending brush and my sponge. I like to go a little bit lighter and then slowly go ahead and add the actual color. I want to chisel a little bit her cheeks, so I'm going to go underneath it. Turn around
Anybody
this way so
has
they can see.
questions about the matchsticks? Feel free. All right, let's get her question.
My question was about the matchsticks. Do we have to set it with powder or not really?
I don't. I set things with powder, and I actually made these formulas specifically so you don't have to bake and do all of that. I like as little steps as possible. I like to just get to it, you
We
know?
made it like
Thank you.
goes to powder, so
Thank
we're
you.
done.
Thank you so much. Are we gonna go highlighting or mattifying? You like to mattify first, right? I'm that way also. Just so you know, there's no rule to that. You can do either.
You know, I think that Fenty Beauty is actually rethinking the way you do makeup. And today we wanted to show you how you can do a full glam look, but still make the skin look like skin. We are not gonna bake. We just use our Invisimatte powder. I'm gonna show you guys. It literally goes straight to this perfect matte. I think this product is pretty genius because you can use it on any skin tone. So don't be afraid of this color. It's like perfect.
This is actually one of my favorite products as well, the Invisimatte powder. As I tell you, I am anti-grease. I love dew, but I do not like grease. But it really gets that T-zone down and it doesn't leave that really white residue. It looks white, it looks scary, but with your application, it can just disappear. This is why I designed products like this, because I can't walk into an award show with a clutch full of makeup. You just need a couple things, and usually by then it's only the Invisimatte blotting powder, because I do sweat through my makeup, especially on stage and stuff like that. But the Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation, when I tell you this product is a dream, and it was tailor-made specifically for things like that, because I can't reapply my makeup in between songs, you know, like I can't go back there for an hour and start over, so I have to make sure there's something I can just pat, 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 or blot. and keep it moving. Right here, look at that. And if you don't believe me, look at it on Halima. Ooh, butter.
So I like to apply it with the sponge. I feel like my whole life changed because it's so easy to use. It just really does absorb all the shine.
So gorgeous. And your skin is not fair. Just so you know, not fair.
I want to add a little color to the cheek. I'm going to use a little shimmer stick. So I'm going to use the match sticks in the shimmer formula. So we have 30 total, 20 are matte and 10 have shimmer. So the shimmer ones I like to mix and match and use them as highlight and blushers as well.
And these are the fun ones. You have to warm it up to get it activated into that nice movement, something that you can apply and move around, but then once it's there, it sets into this really dry, nice finish, leaving the dew still there on your skin. You can put it on your cheek, you can apply it into your eyes, your nose bridge, depending on what kind of day you're having. You can even put it on your collarbone, depending on what you're wearing or what you like to highlight. It's really flexible, and I like flexible when it comes to makeup because I don't think there should be any rules. Makeup is fun. Its color is bright and it's meant to be played with, and you should not be afraid of it because it could come off in seconds. So don't be afraid to go there, and try something new.
And the best part is that it doesn't budge. It's like the most genius product, but still has that really beautiful sheen. This is my favorite combination right now. It's rum and Yacht Life.
So I did a little bit of rum on the cheeks, but now I want to do a little bit more drama. So I'm going to go in with my Killawatt. Who loves this? I mean, isn't this the best thing in the universe of makeup? Like, if you guys don't have this, you're basically dead.
Another really flexible product. Like, this is one of my favorite things. I probably said that a few times already, but I mean it. One of them, Killawatt, because it's so fun. They're designed in duos and also single. The Trophy Wife was one of our top sellers from the singles. It's like sold out everywhere. It's hard to keep on the shelves. But the duos are so fun because it depends on what mood you're in. You can even use it on the eyelid. You can use the sparkle on your cheek. You can use the flat one as a blush. You can use it. I like to go all the way up to my forehead sometimes. I like to get dramatic and go into my hairline. So you can go crazy with this thing and it will never, ever disappoint.
As we all know, when we do highlight, we like to use these little tedious brushes. But I feel like for everyday people, sometimes that can be scarier because they're just kind of putting it wherever they feel like it goes. So Rihanna created this brush to actually perfectly hug your cheek and apply your highlight seamlessly every time.
Look at that. You just said it perfectly. You don't have to do anything. The brush just works for you. Look at that. Oh, I get lost in the therapy of it all. And I can actually just use the same brush, dip. This is me being in a real hurry and I don't have time to put things down. You just need to do it, okay? Oh, it's so good. And then you can go back in and just make this even brighter on the tip. Right there, look at that. Just for a little more highlight on top of the highlight I already applied. Look at it, it's a dream. Sorry, I get so excited about my own stuff, but isn't that pretty? Turn to the audience, girl. Show them what you're working with. Oh, divine.
The cheek hugging brush, what I love about it, everything it touches, like you mentioned, hugs it. So like if you do it on the lids also, for example, like look, I'm gonna wiggle it. Open.
Oh. Okay, you saw that from there too, right? I thought it was just me.
No, it hugs everything it touches. It's the perfect brush. Look at that.
So we're gonna go into some looks now. We have the Fenty Face Perfected. So what kind of look are you gonna do? You're gonna use the Moroccan Spice palette. I see you have that out.
This is my jam. Okay, so for me, I want to go more for a monochromatic burgundy look. I think not only does it go with the season, but overall it looks beautiful with her skin tone and the shape of her eyes. I'm gonna make it very nice and sultry.
The Moroccan Spice palette. Who's used this palette before? I wanted to make a palette that was something you can use for every day and then still had a few fun spiced up colors that you can like go there and be a little more dramatic with. But this, I cannot leave my house and go on any trip without this palette. This palette has in literally every base that I need to start my look. You can start any makeup look from this. You can do easy daytime natural casual look, and you can also just start a smoky eye with it. I've been to Morocco a few times, and actually the thing I really enjoyed the most about it were the markets. Like, I loved walking around and being immersed in the culture and seeing all the different colors and textures and the drums, and I enjoyed it. And so when I was making this palette, it came from that. It came from those experiences, and I wanted it to reflect the things that I remember about that culture. What about you, Priscilla? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do something fun, something sultry. You know, we're here in Dubai. I want to do something kind of dramatic. So I'm gonna go for like purpley, pretty tones. I'm gonna take a little bit of Spice Trip and I'm gonna use it as my middle tone, but I'm also gonna mix a little bit of Cumin Get It just to make it like that perfect middle tone to blend your eyeshadow out with.
What are you doing over here?
Using Hennessy. So what I like to do is shape my smoky eyes first. So I start with the lower lash line, and then I just fill in the center. I love Hennessy, and I'm using my all over eyeshadow brush. Using just the tip of the brush, just wiggle it back and forth on the lower lash lines. This is what I love about this brush. Look up. You can literally do it very tight, or you can just drop it and create more drama.
Is this all Hennessy?
This is all Hennessy.
Let me show you what Hennessy looked like, just so you know when you go back home. That one. I use that to do eyeliner at the top when you wet it with like a tiny little brush, and you could just make that line really, you can use it and smoke it out, make it dramatic. You can do the cut crease, you can do underneath. So let's get into this brush though. Another flexible tool, as you see Hector use it to go in underneath the eye. This is also one of my favorite things to use on the lid. It just perfectly, just right there, swipe. One of the most important brushes when it comes to eyeshadow. You can also blend with this brush. As you can see at the tip, it's still a little bit fuzzy. So there's a little bit of like, you can go in here in the crease and just get crazy, get precise.
I'm gonna finish out the eye with a little bit of Killawatt. The great thing about Rihanna is that she created all products that you can use everywhere, which for me as a makeup artist is essential. You know, I've always kind of dug around my kit, kind of had to make things, certain other things, and put them in different places, but that's like your philosophy, and I've learned that through you. So I'm gonna do Killawatt on the eyes as kind of like the main focal point. I'm gonna take a little bit of this beautiful color Minted Mojito, super gorgeous, and I'm gonna wet my brush, just a little bit of water, and I'm gonna dip into here and I'm gonna apply it on the eyelids. And it's just gonna give this beautiful blue payoff. So that's the thing I love about Fenty Beauty, is that you don't ever have to be afraid. You can use things that make you feel artistic and that inspire you. And for me, that's one of the most essential things when it comes to makeup.
What about you, Hector? Give us your final step.
Right, so what I'm gonna do here now is give a little bit of texture to my look with the one and only Miss Trophy Wife.
Really?
I feel like we have to do it.
Are you gonna go for it?
I think I should.
Where are you gonna put that? That's so interesting.
How about you tell me where you want me to put it?
I would put Trophy Wife inner corner.
All right, let's see. Look up.
But it gotta be like really, really go. So it pops against the smoke. Ooh la la. Look at that. Wait, you're blocking it. Let them see. Ooh. Do the next one real quick. All right, let's finish this off with a nice lip.
Stunna for Stunna Week or Madame?
The people already know. Stunna it is. What about you, Hector?
I think I just still want to do like a sultry lip. What do you think? I was thinking Griselda or Madame.
No, go Griselda or PMS, not Madame. This is the end of the first half of our artistry class and beauty talk. So I'm just gonna have you guys check our girls out. Gorgeous job, Hector, gorgeous. And what about Vita? Ooh, you giving like smiles over here, yes. You see what makeup does to a girl? She did not come in here like that. She did not walk in here like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have fun. And I'll see you guys in about 20 minutes. Thank you. Did you miss me? Make some noise. So these ladies have already been prepping backstage with their beginning stages of the Fenty Face, which is the foundation, and actually, Hector has a fun fact.
So one of my favorite things to do personally is to do my complexion with matchsticks. So here I wanted to show you how beautiful matchsticks looks all over the face. So I did foundation, concealer, and contour using matchsticks.
There's nothing on her face but matchsticks, just so you know. Even that nice bronze look over here on the forehead, all matchsticks. He hasn't even put powder on her yet, so he's gonna do that next. And Priscilla.
I'm gonna warm up the eyes a little bit. I'm gonna take Matchsticks and Espresso. As you can tell, Matchsticks is like one of our favorite products. Honestly, as a makeup artist, I feel like if I have just Matchsticks, I can literally do a full face. Lip, eyes, cheek, everywhere. And then how Hector did it on the skin, amazing. So I'm actually gonna use this as eyeshadow. I'm gonna do her crease. I'm gonna use a little bit of Espresso. It's just like that perfect contour shade.
Remember, it's very important to always shape with something more neutral, as is your guide, and then you add your color. One of the things that I've learned from you, that you always like to apply your contours first and then you add color, which I think is genius. So I'm gonna shape it with espresso. I'm gonna start with the outer corner here first to create this shape that I'm going for. This allows you to also see the eye shape, because sometimes you think you know and you're assessing, but really until you don't apply your neutrals, you don't know how much you want to do.
So subtle, but so effective. Let's do a little fly liner.
Let's get into this fly liner. Have you guys tried it? The little tip is like super fine, so you can do your thin little line, and then you can also do more of a thicker line if you press a little bit harder. And look how black it is. It's so dark.
And it stays black. You know when you get like those eyeliners that dry down and then they turn like this gray, matte, greeny kind of color? Drives me crazy. And so this was made with that in mind. You put on black eyeliner, you want it to be black when you wear it, right? Let's go back to Hector and see what he's up to. Oh.
So I'm
What did you do this with? Matchsticks?
Matchsticks as my shape, and now I'm just adding a little bit of saffron.
Saffron.
And then taking
Moroccan
action.
Spice palette.
Just really smoking this out. So this that happened here, the only reason why I left it, I did it on purpose so you can see, because now what we want to do is just set that lid using Invisimatte. As you know, it's one of those things that naturally happens if you get a crease, and that's okay. So you just wipe it off with a Q-tip and then just set that lid with Invisimatte.
And he's doing it with saffron. I just saw him mix a little bit of this color in too. That one. Priscilla, where are we at, Priscilla? Oh my
I'm
gosh.
having a little bit of fun over here.
Are you putting gloss bomb on her cheeks?
Sure am. Another secret that I learned from you. How many secrets have I learned from Rihanna already?
I learned more from you. I just don't tell you.
I've seen you put it on your cheeks. I've seen you put it on your eyes. It looks gorgeous.
Look at how the gloss bomb just slides in and it doesn't leave that line of like a patch of grease. You don't see her fingerprints or anything on her face. Did you take up the diamond bomb?
Yes, right here.
I was like, it was right there and I know it.
I was having fun.
Okay, but just look at this formula, guys. Oh. Honestly, it's like jelly, but powder at the same time. It's so trippy. Just feeling it is amazing. But look at the payoff on my hand. This is amazing. I love you guys. Could we hang out every day?
You want to put some
Talk
on?
about makeup and stuff?
You want to put some on Naomi?
Yeah, why not? So this is the Kabuki brush right here. This is designed to do very special things. I'm gonna start with her shoulder. Look at that. Can you see that? Cameraman, are you getting that? Let's do the collarbone as well, because these are the things men don't really notice. They just know something's different. Look at that. Like a dream, like a dream. It looks like liquid. Do you see that? It looks wet. It's not wet. It really isn't. I can do this 1,000 times in a circle until like my whole body becomes this palette. All right, we're gonna check in with Hector.
Okay, so I want you to teach this beautiful artist how to highlight the Riri way.
This palette was created by the Sunset. My two favorite colors together, orange and pink. It's really unexpected, but they're beautiful. And it reminds me of like a lot of stuff my mom used to have at home. But check this out. He can do the pink as a blush. You can also use the orange as a blush, depending on your skin tone, depending on the look you're going for. If you just want a little bit, a hint of something, but not too much. The orange is really subtle and really beautiful. I like using the orange on my eyes also, because Killawatt is just one of those flexible products that you can use anywhere and do anything with.
Are you thinking of creating your own eyelashes line?
She asked me about eyelashes.
Mascara. And eyebrows.
There will be no stone left unturned, okay? I am serious about my makeup. Okay? I want you to come into Sephora, stop at the Fenty Beauty counter, and leave, okay? That's what I want, so don't you worry. So, I think it's time for a lip. You know it's Stunner Week, we already talked about that. There's a brand new stunner on the way. And you know, we are in Dubai, so I had to do something special. And I want to give it to you guys first. You're getting the first premiere of this product. I always say the best way to show up to a party is uninvited. And that's what I call the shade. It's black. I mean, can we pull it out? Can we dim these lights just a little bit so we can get the full effect? No one in the world has seen that, just Dubai. First time it premiered here. The bottle cap glows in the dark. I know. Try it. As a matter of fact, why don't you come up here? Come up here. Come up here with me. I'm gonna pick somebody else. Who wants to come up? Who's not wearing lipstick? Who's never worn black lipstick? I'm just gonna go. You've never worn black lipstick? Are you into wearing lipstick? Or you just want to hang up here? Let's go with you. Yes, come on. You could come hang out still. Don't worry. Why don't you tell us how that feels? How beautiful is that? If you're gonna be up here, you gotta help me, buddy. Come on. What do you think about that?
Amazing.
Is it juicy?
It's amazing.
You can't block me, you know. These are my friends too. But just look at how beautiful.
I'm just perfecting here.
And again, here's the rule that I like. The naked eye with a bold lip. You guys get to keep this also. As a matter of fact, you all get to keep one. Yes! You got a son? You got a son? You all got a son? I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. I had a blast with all of you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys soon, all right? Thank you.